everyone, this is Maki. Gundam Seed Freedom featured the protagonists of the Seed series in very memorable roles. It also did well at the box office, and fans expressed their curiosity about the character's future after the story ended. As the theatrical release draws to a close, the final entry rewards have been announced. Kira and Lars, Afran and Kakali, Shin and Lunamaria and Agnes. The storylines of these three main couples have been revealed. This time, we'll look at the story of Shin and his companions. We'll be discussing content that contains movie spoilers. If you prefer to watch the movie without prior knowledge, we recommend that you watch this program after watching the movie. Likewise, if you're planning to obtain and read the admission benefits yourself, it's better to watch this program afterward. By the way, Agnes visits your home. Click the subscribe button to invite her over. Did she attack a campus? It's just your imagination. Agnes accompanied Lars crying as his escort. She then engaged in battle with a mysterious pirate force. She worked really hard. Let's dive into the story. The main characters are Shin, Lunamaria and Agnes. The story is told from Lunamaria's perspective. I'll do my best to respect the nuances of the original text, but please understand that the official translation may differ. Why is this happening? We survived a mission that seemed absolutely impossible. Shin did an amazing job. If I praise him too much, he'll get cocky, but he was really cool. I also understand Agnes' situation. It's not like she willingly sided with the Foundation Kingdom. If Agnes had died, I would have felt terrible, so I saved her. That's why I think Agnes should be a little grateful to me. However, she acts too familiar with me as if nothing has happened. Right after a big mission, I wanted to spend some romantic time with Shin. Shin is also foolish. He easily fell for Agnes' provocative words and started arguing with her. Honestly, that's why Shin is so childish. I've always disliked Agnes' brazen attitude since our school days. Well, it's impossible for Agnes to have romantic feelings for Shin. She's too proud, and they're not a good match. It would never happen. But it still makes me angry. This was an unexpected story. The stories of Kira and Lars, Afran and Kakali seem to end happily. Shin's story, on the other hand, gives the impression of a hectic everyday life that goes on. And there was something incredibly surprising. It's the fact that the stakes placed right after the final battle. Fans, including myself, predicted that this would be a story set sometime after the movie, when Agnes returned to campus. But we were wrong. The scene depicted was right after the final battle, with the Kingdom of the Foundation as they return to the Millennium Warship. Agnes interacts closely with Lunamaria as if nothing had happened. Agnes had attacked Lunamaria with a beam cannon and a beam axe. This wasn't a game or training. If she had hit, Lunamaria would have died. Even after such a major incident, Agnes' ability to talk to someone like a friend is quite a talent. Perhaps Lunamaria didn't see Agnes' skills as a pirate as much of a threat. Despite losing the great sword Excalibur in a mobile suit battle, she had quickly disabled the Gianstrom. Or perhaps Lunamaria understood that they were acting as an official pirate. Maybe they didn't feel like getting angry at Agnes because they were also involved in illegal activities. With Lao's crying accompanying the Kingdom of Foundation, it wasn't surprising that Agnes, a campus fighter, was there. It might not be surprising that Lunamaria, who didn't know the details of Agnes' personal situation, accepted her actions. And there is some uneasiness about the prediction that Agnes will not develop feelings for Shin. Lunamaria goes on to say there is absolutely no way that would happen. She emphasizes the same point twice. From the impression of the movie, there was indeed no sign of Agnes developing feelings for Shin. However, the fact that Lunamaria mentions it twice gives off a bad vibe. Among Japanese fans, such conversations are called frags. This term comes from video game development. It refers to choices that determine future events. For example, in a war story, if a soldier says I'll get married after this war, the character often ends up dying in battle. Japanese fans call such statements frags. It's similar to the concept in the Star Wars series, where the line "I have a bad feeling" about this usually precedes something bad happening. Will Lunamaria's statement turn out to be a flag? Let's recall Agnes' role in the movie's battles. First, the first fight, Kira shines in his impressive fight against the destroyed Gundam and the Blue Cosmos forces. He then neutralizes the Zaft forces that have begun to invade the borders and also incapacitates the retreating Blue Cosmos. Seeing Kira's extraordinary performance, Agnes praises him, saying, "Kira is on a different level than Shin." She tends to show admiration for highly skilled individuals. What about the final battle? Agnes crashed on the moon, but she wasn't hurt. Perhaps Agnes witnessed Shin's remarkable performance in the Destiny Gundam, quickly defeating the Black Knight Squad. Agnes may have seen Shin's exceptional skills as a pilot. Lunamaria's battles will likely continue. Shin received a vote of confidence from Kira, who said, "I entrust you with the warship Millennium." And he has done an excellent job protecting the Millennium and his comrades. But what battles are in store for Shin? Kira will leave campus, and Atherin will likely resume his activities as a terminal intelligence agent. Let's look forward to Captain Asuka's continued success and support. Thank you for watching to the end. See you next time.